What up, options? My brother, how are you? I was just back testing and got a noti that you started streaming. Yes, sir. We active. We active. We active. I took a buy market open here earlier. Yes, sir. My dog. So let's see what we can get here. So what's up, dude? What's up, spaceman? No, I haven't. I haven't even looked at NQ. Hold up. You know what? Yeah, bro. You guys, I was supposed to do that before stream. Ah, shit. I just left YouTube. No. Are we back? Did it knock me off? Oh shit. Good. Okay, bet. OBS. So, I would have to come down maybe like that, and this come down that. This come down like that, and save. Boom. Bet. I just gotta edit the discount code section a little bit, but I'll do that later. Fuck it. NQ, we have a small little daily range here. 200 pips actually. Actually, 200 fucking pips. So we just took out this area of liquidity here and we're starting to come back up into range. Did we end up tapping here? No, we didn't. I'll see what happens once we get here. Oh, we just rebroke the daily high. Okay, okay, okay. So, we have major resistance here. This wick is strong across the board. Only 10 pips to fill the range. For some buys, I would like to see us break above this area, right? Hold on. I was like half asleep before stream started. I had to drink some coffee. We might see a rejection here. Alright, so we just had a 15-minute closure. The 15-minute closure is kind of above all these resistances except for this area here where we gapped up from during market open. We're starting to come up without a bottom wick on the 15-minute. So we could very well fill the range here. I didn't want to take any buys here to fill the range because the range is only 10 pips. I want to see us break out of this range and move into this clean traffic up here. See, we have these wicks here that are very strong. I want to see us get out of there, and this area is wary. You can see price came down, retested that area, and then rejected hard again. So we might see some rejections off here, but this is the range that I want to be in, right? $44 pip range. That's what I'm looking for. So, with all these resistances here, damn, that rebreak of the high was clean, but it's only 10 pips. That rebreak of the high would have been 11 pips. Had to hit the dab pen for you guys. So this rebreak of the daily high would have been a good buy, but what do we know about ranges? We only have 10 pips here. Holy shit. Let's see what we're forming here. Let's see if we can get some closures above. Listen, gang. Happy fucking New Year. I hope every single one of you enjoyed time last night with your family. That you guys ate some good food, talked some shit. But bro, everything you've learned in 2024, take it into 2025 and take off running. We're not fucking crawling anymore, bro. We're taking off running 2025. We're not crawling. So we saw some rejection there. We're starting to pull back here. Did the 5 even close above? It didn't. We're respecting here. So let's see what this hourly does. Let's get this hourly closure above to give us a nice little wick, and maybe we can fill that wick on our way back up. Maybe with this 30-minute closure above the most recent ranges, we get a bottom wick for this 15, a drive up. So let's see what happens in the next 5 minutes. Let's wait for this hourly closure. So let's switch over to NQ and see what NQ is looking like. So market open on NQ, right? We gapped up during market open, drove straight up 62 pips right to this resistance, and then we rejected the whole resistance all the way down. We refilled the gap, and we never bounced off the gap. That's a play I've been testing out. So we didn't get a bounce here. If I would have attempted a bounce, I would have only gotten 14 pips twice on this kind of move. So nothing serious. I've been looking at when price gaps during market open, right? That first retest of that gap, usually price will mimic it. So I've been noticing that price tends to once we gap, once price comes back down and retests the gap right here, we tend to at least come up 80% of the move that we did during market open. So I've been taking buys off market open on the retest of the gap. What's up, Jay Good? How are you, brother? So that's one thing that I've been testing myself, and that's what I took here. I was a little late to the party, so I closed break even. But price drove up, leaving us this gap here. So once we came up that I saw we formed support right after retesting the gap, I took a buy here on this candle and drove this push up. But I was a little late to the entry, so I closed at minus like 3 pips or something like that. After we drove and then we pulled back immediately, I closed right here on this candle. But it's the same concept. Retesting that market open gap. How was your guys' new year? Nice. We had a pig, do some fireworks, drank some beer. We tried going downtown, but without tickets, all the entry fees were like $40, not including any drinks. So we're like, fuck that, bro. Fuck spending $200 as a group and you don't even get a drink. A bougie's on his way. Just had a little nice 1-minute money printer here. A 1-minute money printer. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, as soon as we left my cousin's house, like at 1 in the morning, we passed by a fire station and immediately the fire trucks were you can tell motherfuckers were doing fireworks in the most unsafest manner. We went to the fireworks store and we told them what are good backyard fireworks, and the guys like go to whatever box you want, record, and then scan the little barcode on there and it'll show you a video. Whichever one is big enough for your backyard, that's the one that you get. And so we got 3 of them. Yeah, we're a little dry right now in Florida. The pond by my house is drying up. We haven't had any water, any rain, and any decent rain in, I would say, a month, 2 months. So gold is moving, right? We're getting some volume here. These 5-minute candles are 30 pips, 20 pips. So we're moving. We're just bouncing back and forth here. Nice. You coming by yourself or you coming with Richie? Nice. Hourly closure in 5 minutes. We just had a 5-minute closure 11 seconds ago. The 5-minute closed doji, but we still kind of closed. Yeah, we're starting to form some resistance here, so let's see how it looks in a little bit. Yeah, fortunately tomorrow I gotta work. Okay, so we're starting to break above these levels here. My new year was good, bro. How was yours? What'd you do? Trying to see. This Nasdaq is looking good, but I don't know. Since you guys don't trade Nasdaq, I'm gonna paper trade this one. I was looking at the rebreak of the high there. See how this trade would have played out. I'll leave that off to the side. Cool. So when this hourly closes, right, we're respecting all these levels. So these were my targets if we were to maintain that 1 minute structure to the upside here, right? Because that would indicate that we're pushing and we're likely going to continue through. Um, oh, also, I want to let you guys know that I passed that 50K top step. I'm not activating it yet. I'm waiting to see if Top Step has any kind of deals. If they're not gonna have any deals within the next week or so, then I'll activate it. But I bought one of the cheap Apex accounts, so I'm doing a 150K Apex challenge. Um, I'm gonna do this 50K Apex challenge in the meantime. I'm up 45 pips on the challenge, 42, 41 because I lost 4 pips earlier with spreads on closing this trade break even. But I'm up 42 pips on it. I need 450 pips to pass. So 10 solid more days like that in a row, and we lit. Um, since this is the start of my winning streak for the 150K. So on the 50K, I passed and I got 300 pips using a one lot, and I was able to stay within the rules. And this I have a little bit over exactly 2 times the drawdown, so I doubled my lot size to a 2 lot. But the target is a little bit more. It's an extra 150 pips for the target using this lot size. So instead of passing it in 2 weeks like the last one, it might take me 3 weeks to pass this one. But this is the start of my winning streak. 85 pips, 30 pips, 12 pips, 50 pips, 50 pips, 46 pips, 50 pips, 50 pips, and that's when I passed the challenge. I was on a losing streak, going break even up 1 or 2%, break even up 1 or 2%. On the 13th of this month is when I started those the second top step challenge. I'm looking at my calendar. Whew. So we do have volume right now. So what's cooking? Let's look at NQ to see what would have happened here. So NQ drove up, gave me 4 pips. It would have been in drawdown 20 pips. So likely pineapple here, and it pulled up back to break even. So this would have probably been a 10 pip trade, maybe like a 7 or 8 pip trade with the spreads. But looking at it now, it looks like it's about to take the fuck off. Well, we'll leave it alone. Good to know that we had drawdown on that one and still gave us an opportunity to pineapple, and it still gave us an opportunity to get out break even here if we didn't pineapple here. So this is my trade in action, the pop into clean traffic. You guys want to know why I didn't take that trade that Wix took on Friday? That he went into a deep drawdown? What was it? This one right here? Or where was the buys? I believe it was this one right here. When Wix called the buy here, he called it as this 5-minute opened, anticipating a bottom wick for and then a push up or something like that. And then his entry was like halfway through here. And then I didn't like that completely, so I waited for the rebreak of the high, and I never got activated here. I did not get that first workout of the year in today. I did get that first home cooked meal of the year though. I cooked some fire rice and chicken. Hey, my brother from another mother. What up, G? Heart. Right. So, I could have taken a rejection off this area up here, right? Once we closed below this area, price came up, retested, and then on the rebreak of this push down, it could have been one of my entry setups off of confirming that we're rejecting the daily high. But, look at that, gang. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fucking beauty. What's that? 18 pips of drawdown for 45 pips in 3 minutes? This is why I love the Nasdaq. This is why I love it. Like, the other day I took a buy up here, and it instantly came all the way down here. I took my other buy right here, and then I got out here, and it always gives you a chance to get out. You just have to know when you're wrong. Bro, every single stream, I'm on the 1 minute. Every stream, I'm on the 1 minute. I look at the higher time frame for the closures, the wicks, and then I use the 1 minute to identify the structure within the candle, and that's what oh, so we just had the hourly closure. The hourly closure closed in range. We came down, created a bottom wick first, and now we're flipping bullish. So what are you gonna do now, gold? You just bounced off this level once again on the 30-minute, bounced off this level here. You have a 15-minute money printer starting to set up. I might have been late there on the buys. Might have been late there on the money printer buys. Closing full here on gold, you savage. Yeah, that's a beautiful money printer. Right to the 15 no top wick. Oof, that's a beautiful money printer, man. I was late for that. So now that we're re-breaking the daily high, you could get an entry on the re-break of the daily high, but this could also be the retest of the daily high before continuation down. But it doesn't quite look like it, right? It looks like we are gonna Gonna smash through these levels. So what's our daily range here? 66 pips. It might not be too bad to take a rebreak of the daily high here. What kind of targets could we have? I mean, it's just clean until 18 pips, so maybe we can go break even here. And we're in there. And that's full closure, baby boy. 10 pips to start off the fucking new year in, I don't know, 10 seconds. Look at that pop, man. That's just beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed that. See you next year. I'm just kidding. Hey, if I wouldn't have been talking a little bit too much shit and paying attention more to the charts, we would have been here off that money printer. We would have been here off that money printer. That money printer literally gave us in a 1 minute, and literally in 1 minute, it popped 15 pips. So I would have closed one entry and left the other one running, and that would have been banger, dude. See, that was too close to my entry. My entry was right here, and this pullback right here, um, could very well have gone right back to the entry and then kept driving, right? Because we need to price the way that it breaks through the highs. It usually comes back to retest the previous high before coming up. So since I was in there on that first push, it's very likely going to come back down, retest my entry before continuing up. It probably won't, but since we're not really trending here, right? We're not trending like this and like very, very tightly. I'm expecting a very large pullback here. So once I saw that 10 pip, that was it to close. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, see, look, we're coming back down to my entry, so that was an amazing closure right there at 10 pips. Yeah, that literally came right to my entry. That might be another money printer flip to the upside. Yeah, I'm gonna let this trade go. My heart's kind of pumping a little bit, but I was thinking of taking the money printer here on the 1 minute to continue flipping bullish. But I need to check something first. Yeah, this is just a paper trade. If I was trading by myself, um, I would have probably been in this already, and then be willing to accept the drawdown, because we're just driving so cleanly right now, and we have a lot of areas we could bounce off of to take pineapples. But I got in the trade 806 with 30 seconds, and the position was flattened. Sorry. 806 with 15 seconds is when the trade I entered, and the closure was 8:06 with 30 seconds. So that was a 15-second trade. So because of the YouTube's 2-second delay, you were 8 pips behind in profit when I closed and when I entered. So that's the benefit of being in Zoom. Um, what's this push here? 8 pips, 9 pips. Yeah, that would have been a break even. So this 5 minute just closed. We closed with no bottom wick. So let's see what we can do here. That closure with no bottom wick would have been mandatory break even for this trade. And also, this one is just consolidating up here. Wow, that's beautiful. So that's 2 for 2 on the ideas tonight. 3 for 3 on the ideas. I had 2 ideas that I just paper traded and one that I actually executed on. So this was my target, right? Was that my target or was that my break even point? That was my target, right? This would be my second target here. Well, we have to show indication that we're gonna start actually breaking through here, cause, right? This is the clean gap that I want it to be in. We are now inside of that clean gap. The next clean trade would be to fill these wicks here, but we really only have small little ranges to fill. We don't have big ranges. So the rebreak of the high here gave us this entire 40 pip range to trade. Yeah. Sorry, I just had some coffee and milk, and I'm kind of burping up a little bit. I'm trying not to. Let me add that to the. You trade every day usually? I trade every day that the market's open. Every time there's volume, I'm going to be trading. Unless I'm sleeping, right? I don't trade sessions that you're supposed to be sleeping in. Personally, I think that you should never mess up your sleep schedule to trade, and you should be trading around when your body feels the best. I naturally wake up. So, I don't like to talk about money, but you can get some ideas, right? So I just passed a 50K funded account, and I passed that in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What's 18 days? Just under 3 weeks. Um, the profit target was 3 grand, and I did that in 3 weeks. And now I'm doing a 150K account. In the beginning of the year, I was trading my live account. I took all my profits from my live account. For the first 6 months of the year, I was profitable on my live account. I took all of that money and I put it towards getting funded because I realized if I could do this kind of percentage off my real money, then I can definitely do even more percent. The same percentage wise on a funded account would net me so much more fucking money. So I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find prop firms and this, and that. And then I was in Forex. The Forex prop firms shut down after I passed the Forex um, challenge. I passed one of the challenges with my funded FX. Um, then they slept American people. After I tried FTMO, they slept American people. So then I was learning the future side, and I had to relearn how to trade futures, how the futures contracts worked, how the futures platforms worked. I had to basically relearn a whole new thing of trading to get into the prop firm space and futures. So once I got the hang of it, I passed like almost $1 million in funding, and and I got too greedy and I blew it. So the last couple of months I've been working on getting them back, and so far I am knocking them down the list. But I'm doing them with different firms this time instead of all on the same one. So I have one with Top Step, and then previously they were with Apex. So then I decided to pass a Top Step one. So now that I have a Top Step one. I'm back on Apex doing a 150K challenge. Yeah, like in the beginning of the year, my friends and I put some money together and we flipped the account. It was just me and my other boy, and we basically managed all of our money together. And then after that, one of us needed the money, so we decided to stop trading and we split the money. We paid the taxes and we each took our portion. And then I was like, okay, cool. We started with uh, this little bit and we made it into this amount. Like, I'm not gonna give you any numbers, but one of my boys with his share, he redid his all of his teeth. He got brand new porcelain teeth on the top and on the bottom. And that's all that I've spent on prop firms, trying to get funded again. And trying to, once I had, I'll tell you a story. On one of my 250K accounts, I was at payout at the threshold where I could have requested 2 grand and left 4 grand of drawdown in there. But in my mind, I was greedy and I was thinking 4 grand is not enough drawdown. I'm gonna fuck that up. When in reality, I was like, it's a 250K account. If I take my payout now, right, and I leave 4 grand in there, that's basically two 50K accounts because each 50K account has 2 grand of drawdown. So that's basically two 50K accounts. So why would I be greedy and not take the payout? And I was like, nah, I need to make a few more thousand so that I can leave this much in there. And then what happens when you get greedy? You fucking throw your plan out the window and you tilt. And then that 6,500 went to zero. The people that make $1 grand a day, listen, if you want to make, this is exactly what me and Wix9 were talking about. Wix9, my mentor, he makes $1 grand a day or more. Way more than fucking that. And in order to do that, you need to have $1 million account, a high 6 figure to 7 figure account. He can pop a 20 lot, catch 50 pips in a day, and that's 10 grand. But he has a 1 point something $1 million account, right? Do you have a $1 million account? I don't have a $1 million account. You know what I mean? So do the math. So if he's making, let's say, 20 grand a month off a $1 million account, that means that you can conservatively be making like 2 grand a month off of 100K. So if you want to make $1,000 a day, you need a $1 million account. Because think about it. Because, yeah, that's 2% a month, 12% a year. You're barely beating the market, which is feasible and doable. That's why a high 6 figure account where a trader is generally beating the market, getting an extra 10% over the market, 20% over the market. Let's say you're doing 30% in a year. That's 300,000 in a year. Divide that by 12. That's 25 grand a month. So even if you're doing 30% a year of a $1 million account, that's still 25K a month. After taxes, you're looking at like 15K. So that's where a lot of misconceptions come in the trading game. And that's why you really have to have like a mentor that's really doing it, like Wix9 or Don, because you can see like, okay, in order to make this amount of money, this is the account size that you need. There's no such thing as making 20K a month off of like a $2,000 account. You're in that point, you're kind of gambling. Because think about it. If you flip a $2,000 account to 10K in a month, then that means you're about to flip that 10K to 50K in the next month. And then you have the ability to flip that 50K to 250K in the next month. And then by the end of the year, you'll have $10 million starting off with a 2K account. Think about it. That's how compounding interest works. It's not feasible. we're here. We're trading to beat the market, right? The market makes 10% a year. Your goal is to make more than 1% a month. If you can make 2% a month, you're doubling what the market does. I'm gonna try another buy stop here. Yeah, bro. Yes. Like my other mentor Don Vo on stream flipped 100K to 1 million, right? And after he withdraws that 1 million, he has to pay. This is getting a little sketchy here. No, it's looking good still. After he withdraws that 1 million, he has to pay 50% in taxes, which is 500K, and then you divide that 500K, but you subtract the 150 that he put in. So in reality, that's 350K on top of the 150K that he put in after taxes. So you're like, oh, just trading alone, you need a insanely large account if you want to be making 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. Or you need to be an insane gambler. So that's where prop firms come in for me, right? Prop firms, the more accounts that you have across multiple firms, you can have multiple $1 million of funding all at once. And if you're making 1% a month off of a prop firm account, let's say you have $2 million in funding maxed out on Apex, then let's say you have half a million maxed out on Top Step with the 50Ks or 250K. So let's say you're at like 2.25 million, and you're making 1% a month. Let's say 2% a month because you're a trader. You're beating the market. That's $51,000 a month off of prop firms. So that's my idea with the prop firm space. To then take that 50 grand and put it into my live trading account. Damn, no bottom wick here. Did we come down and at least try to make a bottom wick? Yeah. We tried. Are we breaking any trend lines here, or are we continuing? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Like when you see somebody on the internet that they made like the RP Profits guy, he goes, "I'm about to get in this trade after we grabbed an area of liquidity. I just entered a sell. Closes 3,000 profit, and that's how we do it." Like, bruh, he made $3,000 off this little push. This 150K account made $200 off this push. So let's do the math, right? 200. So this is how you find out what size account he has, right? I made 200 off of a 150K account, and he made 3,000, right? And I'm about to tell you exactly what size account he has. He has a $2.25 million account to make $3,000 off this little push, risking the same that I'm risking, 1 to 2%. So the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you how to make $3,000 in a day," and then he makes $3,000, but he doesn't tell you that he has almost a $2.5 million account. Yeah, options. That was a good trade. That was a nice money printer here. Options. Nate, my bad. Um, Yeah, bro, these people, they don't tell you stuff like that. So now that we're slowing down here, I'm not super interested in buys here. That's what people don't tell you. So, like, in order to quit your job trading, you need fucking a shit ton of money. So let's say you're like, oh, I can make 3-4% a month off a 100K account, and that pays all my bills. How high are you gonna come up with $100,000 that you're willing to deposit into a broker and trade with? On the 5 minute rebreak of that high, yeah. What I didn't like, right? There was 15 seconds left for the closure, and this thing was about to close doji, which meant that if we did pop, this candle would have been without a bottom wick, and with this area here, being a level of resistance, that would have been 13 pips maybe. So that would have been a good break even point, but I would have still expected a pullback. So your entry is here. On the break of this high, we have 6 pips to fill there. So I would like to break above here to confirm. Look at these wicks, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna put a buy stop here, the break of the high. Because if we flip and we start re-breaking that high, it got me in. I kind of wanted to delete it. Yeah, what can you do? I'm gonna go break even here. I don't like this trade anymore. We're too close to that level of resistance there. I'm up 5 pips. Let's let it rock. I don't give a shit what happens. It's probably gonna come back to my entry before taking off. That's why I didn't really like this entry as much. It's one of those. If it drives, it drives. Whoever didn't like the trade has plenty of time to get out. I didn't like it, so I just went break even. Have a wonderful night, brother. Technically, this is my break even point anyway, so break even point tapped. We're break even here at 5 pips profit. When I'm scalping in these small little ranges, I prefer going break even right away. I'd rather have a 50-50 shot of winning or getting stopped out break even. Give me another 5 pips. Give me another 5 pips so that I can close 20 for the night. This is most likely going to come back down to break even. Very, very likely. Unless we re-break the high right now, then not so likely. But because of the fact that we re-broke the high, we attempted to break it again and didn't break it. We tried to break it again and didn't break it. If this fails to break, then this is not gonna drive. Oh, and that's another 10 pips. So that's 20 for the night. My broskies. I would have held that trade for a little bit longer, but I was going to delete that buy stop anyways when I saw how strong this level here was. And then I would have taken the re-break of this high anyways. So I would have been in this push here. So the better position was the re-break of the second high, not this one. This is the better position. This is the much, much better position. But I am doing an evaluation where I have trailing drawdowns, so I needed to secure that 10 pip. So that's 20 pips for the night. Today is the 2nd, no? Today's the 1st. You gotta write your shit down. Look at that beautiful push, gang. I hope you guys are still in it, whoever's is. I'm happy with my closures tonight. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you my progress on my top step evaluation. I'll give you like a week. So this was the better position, right? The push here, which would have still gave me the 10 pips that I wanted. And I would have closed there anyways. So the higher probability trade was this one where we're in the range of 30 pips, right? Before the next area of resistance. Here where our resistance was 5 pips away, you see how we pulled back almost to my entry before taking off again. I don't want to be in this little portion right here. That's why I wanted to close. So I would have waited for that push and then that re-break. So the better position for me would have been this second entry here. So let me log into Top Step. Congratulations, you've passed the trading combine. So here on the Top Step trading combine, you're gonna see here, this is the max consecutive win loss. So it's gonna be 3 wins, 1 loss that day, 2 wins, 1 loss, 5 win, 1 loss. I didn't lose a single day. These are all pineapple entries because you're gonna see here that my average losing trade was only 5 pips. So my average losing trade was 5 pips. Um, because of the pineapples, I would make 15 pips on the pineapple, -5 on the other, and I would close. So my average losing trade was only 5 pips. I didn't take a single losing trade during this challenge. Everything was all pineapples. Um, Actually, I lied. At first, in the first week, I did take losing trades, but I was trading the 5 minis, micros. So I was losing like $50 to $100 per um, losing like $20 to $15 per pineapple. And then I realized that I could go into the one contracts, and I started using the one contracts instead. So average winning trade 109, average losing trade 57. I don't trade positive RR, but because of my win rate, this win rate is not real. Um, it works out because if this win rate was real, this wouldn't work out, right? Um, but look, what do you see here? 2 trades, 1 loss. 3 trades, 1 loss. So 5 trades this day, 4 trades this day, 6 trades, 6 trades. The high of the day, 1.5%, under 1%, under 1%, 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%. So I'm not shooting for these two for anything high. I'm shooting for a 0.5% day, and if I get that 0.5% within, so look at how many contracts in total that's way too many contracts. This is not correct. I didn't do 32 contracts this day. I only did 5 trades, and I'm trading 1 lots. So that's, I guess, yeah, 5. Yeah, because the my stop loss, because it activates my TP, so it counts as a counter trade. So yeah, it makes sense. Stop loss and TP set on 5 to 6 trades, which means it's 3 positions per trade. So 3 times 6 is 36. No, I'm tripping. 18. So no, I don't know why it says 32 contracts. Unless I had some break-even trades, maybe. I don't know. But you can see here my average trade duration, 4 minutes, 7 minutes. I had a long day for 23 minutes on this trade, but my average trade duration, bro, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes on this day, 1.5 minute on this day. Like, on gold, those are my stats. Risk to reward 1.19. And on the Nasdaq, these are my stats. Much better, 73% win rate, 1.164, because my wins are a little bit smaller. But I have a higher win rate on the Nasdaq. So I'm going to activate that. Congratulations, you passed. So you can see here, worst day 135, best day 169, average winning day just under 1%. Yeah, I made 15 pips for the night. I am up just under 1%. I'm up 1100 on this 150K. I started it on the 31st. And today I'm up 45. I'm up 60 pips. Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes. And I started that evaluation on the 18th of this month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total trading days. But in total, there was like 6 days off, including Sundays in between. So in total, it was like 10 trading days, bro. 1% a day, 0.5% a day. So it's the same thing that I did when I passed my funded FX account where I had a 90% win rate. It's the same thing that I did when I passed my first Apex account where I had a 90% win rate across the whole challenge. What did I do? I just took it slow. I took it nice and slow, and because I took it slow, I was able to capitalize on every opportunity that I saw. And within 3 weeks, the first 50K Apex was passed. Within 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, this one was passed just under 3 weeks. I passed this one. So taking it slow is the way to fucking go. I'm not degenning these accounts anymore. right? So once I pass this one, 90% chance that I pass it. I'm literally, from experience and the way that I'm managing risk and following my plan now, dude, I'm gonna fucking pass this shit in no time. I'm gonna then link them to my live account through NinjaTrader. So I'm gonna have to start a NinjaTrader account, copy my live account to the NinjaTrader will be my live account, and then it'll be linked to one Apex, one Top Step, and then I will be using 4 contracts on the 50K, and then 2 contracts minis on the on the 150. I'll be using 4, and on the 50K I'll be using 2. Um, to work my way up to that $1,500 buffer. Once I get to that $1,500 buffer, I can start opening up one lots. So once I can start opening up my two one lots, then I can start working on the $200 days to get the withdrawals. So I have to grind my way up with the smaller lot sizes to get that buffer. But once I get that buffer, then I can up my lot size um, because I have margin to do so, and I can work on those $200 days. So once I get 8 consecutive $200 days, or 8 total $200 days of profit, um, which is 20 pips, which we just caught right now, easy as fuck. I would have been done for the entire trading day. I would have been done on my funded accounts because of this, and then tomorrow I would have just been back once the day resets. Um, or maybe I would have dropped the lot size to to one contract, to one mini, and then taking advantage of an extra 20, 30, 40, $50. You know what I mean? Instead of using the higher lot size, so that I can then use that as more buffer for the withdrawal later. But just think about it. It'll take me maybe 2 months to get to the buffer, right? And if it took me 2 months to get to that $1,500 buffer on on Top Step, and then it took me 2 months to get to that $5,000 buffer on the 150K, right? That's 2 months to make 8 grand. That's 4 grand each month. So in the next 2 months of just consistently trading slowly like that, I can literally have an 8 grand withdrawal. Every month I can have a 4 to 5 grand withdrawal across the Top Step and the Apex account. And then across my personal account, it would be growing because 5 grand off of 0.2 or a one lot, you're looking at like 500 pips. So that's $500 on a live account within a couple months. So your live account will be growing 500 to $1,000 a month, and then you will be withdrawing between $3,000 and $6,000 across your funded accounts. Taking it slow, trading your 0.2s. I'm up 300 pips, bro, in 3 weeks. 300 pips in 3 weeks. I don't catch as many pips as everybody else, right? I'm newly into being good at this shit. You know what I mean? Um, but 300 pips off of a 0.2, that's $600 off one account. It would be a 0.4 off the other account, so that's 1,200. And then off your live account that I would be trading 0.1s on, that would be 300. So in a month, that's 2,100. Or 3 weeks, that's $2,100 across 3 accounts. That's insane. That's the reality of trading visuals, right? $200,000 in funding to make 2 grand in a month. You know what I mean? To make 3 grand in a month, which is not gonna replace my job by any means. You know, on my best weeks, that's what I make. So that's never gonna replace my job, but that's insane income. That's a brand new apartment somewhere. That's a brand new car. That's a new vacation every few months. That's saving up for real estate property. That's investment money. 2 grand a month, that's 24,000 a year. 24,000 a year invested, bro. That's bank. And that's why you see a lot of these traders that they sell signals and they sell courses, because you need a large account, bro. Just because I know how to trade doesn't mean I have 100, 200 grand to put into an account. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 200 grand. to put into a trading account. So I have to work my way up to those funds. So the people that are willing to sell a course and to sell signals use that to fund their live account. Yes, they're profitable. Yes, they know what they're doing. But just because you're profitable doesn't mean you're making 20 grand a month, like I said. So you need other businesses. So if you can do your real life business and then you can do a YouTube business online and then you can do a Discord business over here and you have like 4 or 5 businesses, because selling shit can make you more money much faster, bro. Way more money much faster. Like just do the math. Don's signal channel has like hundreds of people. So he's making like 7,500 to like 10K a month. So just imagine if you're making 10K a month trading and then your Discord makes you another 10K. That's a lot of money, bro. Even if you have $1 million in funding and you're making like 2% a month, that's 20K. YouTube and Discord can make you much more money than that if you're willing to put your face out there to teach people what you know. If you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, this shit is just it's just easy. You just get on stream and stream without saying anything and your channel will grow and your audience will grow. The goal really is to, like what Don did, bro, manage money. Because to manage your own money and to get millions of dollars in funding and to grow large accounts like that, like look at it took Don like 5 years to get $1 million account. And then within a couple of months on a he got millions and millions of dollars in funding off of a So those are just ideas. Then you get that excuse that everybody says, "Oh, I like to help people." Do you really? Or do you just want to sell a course? Do you just want to make money off of lying? Yeah, it depends. It's just another business. It's just more money. If you have an audience, you don't have to capitalize, but you can. You can leave money on the table if you want and then just trade. Trading and funding your live account will make you way more money. But it's passive income. It's literally passive income. What are we rejecting off of? This area is strong. You see why I preferred the buys up here once we broke out of this area? Yeah, it depends, bro, because if you can trade, right? And let's say you can make 100 grand a year trading, but if you can sell your strategy or your how you know how to trade and mentor people and make 200 grand a year, what's wrong with that? You can make 100 grand a year trading. That's how much I know how to make. So what's wrong with having another business where you make more than trading? There's nothing wrong with having multiple businesses. The scalability of trading is really to attract hedge funds. So the two institutional traders that I follow, um, their main goal is to build up 10 years of track record so that they can attract investors. Like, these guys aren't trying to trade their own money. These guys are like setting up their portfolio and having like actual portfolios with years and years of track record across live regulated brokers. They have accounts that they're not using leverage in, and they have other accounts where they use leverage. They're trying to attract real investors. So you know what I mean? Like in the end game, if you really get good at this, you don't want to trade your own money, bro. You want to trade investor capital, trade other people's money, which is prop firm is other people's money. Like, look, trades by Matt. He made over $500,000 off of Apex this year, but he has made over $1 million off of his Apex codes and his YouTube AdSense just by streaming him making $500,000. So you can do both. He started streaming him making $500,000 on Apex and the live ad revenue and the live no, I haven't seen his tax return, but he's on the leaderboard on Apex, which is a US firm. I don't think they would lie. When they do your payouts, their Discord bot automatically sends the names out and it's like on there. So you could see it. But no, you can calculate how much somebody makes off of their account value. Now, he's literally on the leaderboard on Apex for one of the most withdrawals. Um, yeah, I don't think Apex, a US firm, would does deals with people. I mean, they can, but it's not likely. Like Ike pulled out 11 grand off of in 8 days off of Apex. But and like for example, you go to Social Blade and you type in somebody's YouTube account and it'll tell you how much they're making. So, if trading he made $500,000, $300,000, whatever he made off of Apex, he makes about, oh no, this is his, yeah. So this is about his yearly earnings. That's not too bad. 13 million views? Why is it ranking his shit so low? But then it ranks something like mine so high. See, it says that I make more money than him. This is a little off. How come he has 13 million views and I only have 8 and it says that I make more than him? I don't make that money on YouTube. No, bro, it's like my air conditioning job, right? You can get an air conditioning job and you can make 100 grand a year. But where is the real money? The real money is getting a group of 10, 20 guys together and doing a course on wiring and teaching them. That is where the bank is because I know how to make 100 grand a year doing air conditioning. And these guys that aren't making that 100 grand doing air conditioning, they want to come and learn how I do it. So when I was working at the last air conditioning company, we would have classes where other people would come and we would have, it was called EDS University. And then we would teach. And the people that knew more would teach the other guys. And they would literally charge for that shit, bro. The owner was making like 2 to 3 grand a day off of teaching people uh basic stuff, that not basic stuff, some advanced kind of stuff, but those skills aren't going to make you $1 million a year, but selling those skills can literally make you a few hundred grand a year. No, I don't believe everything on the internet. I believe where there's evidence. So when Apex themselves puts you on the leaderboard, when the payouts are shown on the internet, on the blockchain, and all those other shits, that's when you start to believe. And you can't just think everything is a lie. You can't just see somebody who legitly live streamed all of his trades and took out 300 grand and then call it a lie. Not everything is a lie on the internet. These 20 pips weren't a lie. This is basura. Depends, bro. Knowledge is valuable. The knowledge of the skill is more valuable than the skill itself. Think about it. If you want to make 20 grand a month, you need $1 million account. if your trading strategy isn't like mine, it's like market mechanics where you're never gonna get funded off of an American firm because your swing trades don't allow for that. Your swing trades don't allow for you to be able to trade on these firms, right? He needs $100,000 account to really be making bank. So the easiest way to get that way is to start up as many businesses as you can and raise your personal capital and drop that right into your account. Just think about it. Making 10% a month is 120% a year. If you start off with $1,000 account, you'll have 12 grand by the end of the year. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can swing, but that not on a funded account. So in order to get $1 million in funding, like the way that I'm trying to get, um, that way is feasible. That's easy. I can do that, and I'll make way more fucking money than the $0 I make on YouTube. Um, but Market Mechanic won't be able to. He would have to either stick with an offshore firm and hope they pay him out. But for him to go to an American firm, that's not going to happen unless he deposits a live account. Are we going to flip here on this 15? So if we do flip there, we will be tapping into this area here as strong. Are we scooping on the 1 minute? Yeah, we are. What's the 4-hour look here? The 4 hours closing in 2 hours here on Olanda. Mine closes in an hour here. What's up, SL? How are you? How was your New Year's? Strong resistance across the board. Strong, strong, strong. But we're closing above. Let's see if we can get some 5-minute closures above. And Q doing? And Q is just taking the fuck off, huh? This entry would have been banger. Oop. That would have been a no drawdown entry. This is literally an ICT trade. Word block. Fair value gap. filled, broke above the order block, buy stop above here. This is an ICT trade. But I don't trade ICT, so how is it identical? What are you using? Are you using futures or are you using Forex? You're just getting into trading. I'm about to give you a free course. You're going to come to babypips.com. You're going to sign in. And once you sign in and you make your account, you're going to do the School of Pipsology. And you are going to learn. So right now I am learning about the Japanese candlesticks. So this is the section that I'm in. So it's going to say why reading a Japanese candlestick is popular. And you're going to go through all this bullshit. And you're going to pick and choose what you like about your trading. If you don't have a strategy, like for example, I only did support and resistance levels. See, look, I have 28 lessons completed. And then I did I did 3 courses in the beginning. So let's see what I did here. I did preschool, what is Forex, how do you trade Forex, when can you trade Forex, who trades Forex, why trade Forex, and understanding how margin works. So this is where I would suggest that you start. You need to know what the hell Forex is, how you trade it, and when and where you can trade it. And then you got to understand how margin works. This is key. Understanding how margin works so you don't blow your account thinking a one lot is $1. Then there's Forex brokers, the types of analysis, your elementary, support and resistance levels, Japanese candlesticks, Fibonacci, moving averages. I don't think these are important. I don't think Fibonacci is important. Moving averages is important. Support and resistance is important. Learning about margin is important, and the kinds of analysis is also important. So, bro, you just go here and you take this free course, and you'll be alright. Is Don's website still up? Controller FX. Oh yeah, you can also do Don's course here. So you sign in. You do the free course here. Oop. You do the freebies. Oh, that's the playbook. So you can download the playbook. Where's the course at? I don't know how to find it. I forgot. Oh, it's at the bottom. Right? I don't know. There's a course somewhere on here. You can figure it out. I'm like halfway through it. Or you can come to the live streams every day and watch how we do it live. So you have Market Mechanic, who's a swing trader, and he trades in the afternoon. It's not gonna let me. I don't know why it doesn't let me find his name on there. It's stupid. So you can come watch the streams here. You can come watch the streams here. Wix 9, that's my mentor. Or My other mentor, you can look up Don Vo, and he uploaded his most recent course for free. This is the course people are charging hundreds of dollars to $1,000 for, and he just went on YouTube and dropped the whole thing for fucking free. So he dropped price action from day one, timing and entries, and for momentum on day two, support and resistance on day three, and the simulation putting it all together on day four. So this entire thing is a course that he was going to sell for a shit ton of money, and I guess he just decided to put it on the internet for free. So this is some good shit right here. This is some savage shit right here. So let's see. Let's see what gold's doing. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. You guys catch anything? What about you, options? You catch anything? Yeah, we're back in full swing, full prep, full force. We have a session tomorrow morning, a session. Nice. Did you take any of the trades that I took? Aw. You're the man. That's how you fucking do it. A nice Carlos. So we just had the hourly closure. The hourly created a. Did we close above all these ranges here? Or we closed respecting? No, we closed respecting. So we're still respecting a lot of these bullish areas. So we could be coming down here to bounce off this level before coming back up. Or are we going to continue here? Is this going to run 200 pips during Asian session? This is starting to look like we're forming resistance here. So a rebreak of the high is not too great at the moment. I wanted a higher closure and more structure forming higher up and not so close. So Instead of taking the rebreak of the high, I would like another closure above. There. Damn, I'm freezing. Which is a good thing. I'm an air conditioning guy, so I should be freezing. Don't come down yet. I'm gonna buy. Yes, I am hoping that we break the highs, we retest the current high, and then we break the high again. That's what I'm waiting for. Damn, it's a slow night for views tonight. 14 people. It's all good. It's all good, gang. The other 20 people missed out on 20 pips. 20 people, 20 pips. A song just played. I had to remove that shit. I don't want to get copyrighted. Any Anuel songs will get fucking copyrighted in a split second. It's already the second for most for some people. It's already January 2nd in the other side of the world. Been January 2nd. They've been are already awake and working, and I'm still here on an off day. Crazy how time works, bro. So, gold, you froze like my computer when I have too much shit open. Nasdaq, you came to the highs and you're respecting, little bitch. So, this could be a beautiful liquidity grab for a continuation up after stopping everybody out that tried to buy here. So, if we start to get closures above here, re-breaking the daily high, I do not mind taking buys coming up on the Nasdaq. So, let's see what happens here. How we climb up here. And it is 9:15 January 1st here in Florida, right near the beach. Yeah, they're the ones that got to experience the new year before us. They have the real new year. We got the fake one. All right, we're forming structure on our way up. We're not just flying up here. The fireworks, I got them from Phantom Fireworks. Um, there are Fortress of Fire, made in China. Yeah, so I got the ones made in China. So check this out. Oh, that's the pig. Those are the fireworks that we got. You can scan that code and it'll show you on YouTube. Yeah, that's the good thing. Asian session Mondays are early for us, so we can trade Sundays because the Asians are already up. That's awesome. So we did get a closure above on the 15. We're coming down with no top wick on this next 15. We have range to fill to come up. So instead of taking the rebreak of this 15 high, I would like to take the rebreak of the daily high. We just got to start really moving here. I got to see volume coming up here. I can't see it trickle up. Because trickling up, these pushes are 10 pip pushes, 10 pip pullbacks, 10 pip pushes, 10 pip pullbacks. I don't want to be in this for 5-10 minutes to catch 10 pips. I want that 10 pip to happen in a 1 minute candle. So I need to see this volume starting to move here. And then we can take a rebreak of the high. Because this could very well be where we start to pull back, right? We're starting to, let's remove all my drawings and restart from zero. So we're starting to respect the major resistance that we have here, right? Price tried to rebreak the high, failed to drive. Rebroke the high, failed to drive. Retested the high, failed to drive. And now we're trickling back up after respecting this level down here, right? So with that, it's not the same scenario that was happening here where price fucking flew. We rebroke the high. I took an entry. Price consolidated a little bit, rebroke the high, and we took an entry, right? We had one retest of the high, and then it pushed. We have here one high, a new high, a new high again, no drive. A retest of that high, no drive. So this is becoming a much stronger resistance than these were right here. If you're a trendline trader, you also have your trend line that's starting to break and retest of the trend line if that's your trend line there. I mean, this could also be your trend line as well. Who knows? However the fuck you draw it. But for me, I am getting a little sketched out about this area. I want to see what happens once we break above and rebreak. What up, Alfredo? How are you? So let's see what happens here. Looks like we're coming up here. Okay, so we just retested the high here. We're starting to get volume. We're starting to push out. It's a 12 pip push. Okay. These 5 minutes are just closing disgustingly. Disgusting, disgusting. Let's see. Let's get a break out of here. I need to get myself a bowl so I can stop chiefing so many blunts. Okay, we broke. Okay. That's a 5 pip push. Oh. Thinking I should have had that buy stop there. Let's wait. My goals for the year is to make fucking money. My goal for the year is to make a quarter of my yearly salary trading. All right, guys, what is your yearly goal? Drop some goals in the chat. Pull back and then pop. No, I was going to set a buy stop on the rebreak of the daily high here. But I didn't anticipate it early enough. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My goal is to make a quarterly salary off these prop firms, and that would be a major goal achieved, which I think I can easily do. What the hell? Is that a mosquito in this room? Yeah, I agree. My goal this year is to just secure the money, regardless of how that comes, because I'm gonna be trading my live across multiple funded. So if it's my live that gets me there, or if it's my funded accounts that gets me there, the goal is to get there. Once we get there, if we do it within half the year, or if I do it faster, then the next half would be increasing capital to then make a quarter to make half the year's profit in the same amount of time. And then just increase and compound increase. Compound increase. Yeah, you gotta help your moms out. But also, don't do it at your own expense, right? If you have 20 grand in the bank and your mom needs a 20 grand bathroom, you don't go take all of your money and go buy her a bathroom and then you're left with zero, right? You make 100 grand and then you give her 20, and that's how you do it. She needs a 10K bathroom. All right, I'm gonna make 50 grand. I got you with your bathroom. No worries. Yep. You gotta have a goal. And so I had a friend of mine, rest in peace, Alvaro. He would always tell me, because we would work out and we would compete to see who would get bigger. And he would tell me, why would I have an easily attainable model as my wallpaper or as my fitness goal? I would rather have a guide that I will never be able to reach so that I'm always hungry and I'm always striving to get there, even though I might not ever get there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be going so much more harder than I would have if I would have chosen an easy goal. So make sure your goals are fucking insane and you fill that with work, discipline, and prayer. And I promise you, you'll achieve everything you've ever dreamed of, bro. It's literally that simple. Discipline, work, prayer. That's it. Yeah, like there's I know some people that have made some money trading and then they took all of that money, invested it into a fancy lifestyle, thinking they would be able to become social media famous, and they just didn't have the personality to become social media famous, so they wasted all of their trading profits on trying to become famous. And then now they're back to square zero. They have the skill, they can rebuild it, no issue, but that's the kind of path that you don't want. You don't want to make money trading and then be like, okay, I can quit my job, I can do this, I can do that. You got to make a little bit more than 2 to 3 times your yearly income to kind of quit, bro. It's tough to quit off of like 1 year's income. I mean, you might be able to. That's not a. Did I just lower the volume of the mic? What the hell? How about now? This is much better now. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, the clubhouse has been together for a long time. Um, and we've seen each other in our worst moments. We've seen each other pass multiple six-figure accounts, seven-figure accounts. We've seen each other fail getting payouts, blow live accounts. Yeah, like what I like the way Don moved. Don saved up a year of his salary before he quit to full-time trade. And then he started streaming from day one on YouTube, and the YouTube income sustained him and his bills until he grew his trading account to 150K, and then he grew his trading account to 150K off of side incomes and side jobs and all that shit, and then he flipped that to a million on stream. But that was through the course of like 5 years before he bought his first supercar. So that's like what I was talking about earlier with that other guy that he's like, yo, bro, how come I see people making like 1 to 5K a day? And I'm like, bro, you're seeing people a decade into their journey, bro, with multiple six, seven figure accounts. That's what you're seeing. You know what I mean? In order, it took Don 5 years to buy his first supercar. Wix9 has been trading for like 8 years now, and he's just now has over seven-figure account. You know what I mean? So you have to just take a look at the people that are actually doing it and say, okay, look, this is the realistic timeline. I'm learning from these people, so my timeline might be a little bit faster because you're getting mentored by the people that took 8 years to do it. So it might take you half that time, 4 years, or it might take you the same amount, 8 years. So I have an emotional goal, I would say. So like I have a mental gas tank, and once my mental gas tank is empty, I stop trading. Like right now we have 30 minutes left. If we keep attempting to break these highs and not going anywhere, and we keep rejecting and we keep driving down into these little areas here and we're just bouncing back and forth, that's draining my mental capital because we're giving us potential entries and then we're faking out. So now I got to reanalyze for the next potential entry and then we fake out. So then I got to reanalyze for the next potential entry and then we fake out. When that shit starts to happen, I realize the market's not really going to move the way I want it to, so I get off the charts. So I don't have a goal in pips per se. Um, so it's exactly how I feel, bro. Because some days I'm looking at gold and I'm like, bro, why aren't you moving? You're not giving me what I need. And then I'm like, you know, hunting, and in certain situations I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like a trade. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And then I start to see trades that aren't really there. So that's when I switched to NQ. Like for example, if I would have traded my setup on NQ tonight, I had a buy stop here, right? I was looking at it and I said I was going to set a buy stop here. This 1 minute candle drove 20 pips. That would have been 20 pips for that. And then it would have been 10 pips here, 10 pips here. That would have been 30 pips for the night, and I would have called it. Why? Because I made 45 pips last session, and another 30 pips tonight. So do I need to trade anymore? I don't really think it's necessary to trade anymore, especially if it's 9:30. I caught 3 trades, 30 pips, 40 pips actually, because that Nasdaq one was 20 plus 10 and 10. That would have been 40 pips for the night. 50 points, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, so like I mean, and like for example, this trade was a 15-second trade, not much mental capital. This one was like a 15-second trade, not much mental capital. And then this one, I was gonna attempt an entry here, but I was a little bit too late on the analysis for this one. Because I was saying that if we get a volume push out of here, then I would take that buy stop because that volume push would re-break the high and then give us like an extra little push, which in this case it did. It gave us exactly like 15 pips. 15? 13. 11. Yeah, 11. So this would have been at least a break-even trade for this one. So it just depends. The other day I caught 85 pips. That was between New York and Asian session. 40 and 40. See, look, this area to re-break the buys here, we're just kind of, we re-broke the high and we didn't really drive. This was the re-break of the high. And all we did was come up 5 pips. So how would you look for sells here? If this area was going to be an area where we would sell off of, we've already grabbed orders there. So we would kind of want to see confirmed with a scoop here, the 1 minute starting to scoop the other way. Yes, bro, that's what I did with Top Step. I set my daily loss limit to less than what is required, than less than the maximum limit, so I don't let myself get stopped out. But for example, um I don't set a stop loss and I just set my maximum daily loss limit to what my max stop loss would be. So that's usually how I trade these accounts. The most drawdown that I saw on Top Step was 980, which was 50% of the total drawdown. But on that day, I had made 600. So technically, I had 1500 of drawdown. So I was still safe with 500, and then the next day it would have reset back to 1,000, and I would have been back to normal, still in profit on the challenge. So that's kind of how I risk a little bit. When I know that I'm in deep profits for the day, I risk those profits plus a little bit more. And that day I didn't make any money on that. I was in drawdown completely, and then I got to break even. Um, what would you say is one lesson you feel people should do more in 2025? You should follow your fucking plan, bro. Damn. I'm gonna take a re-break of this daily high here. On the Nasdaq. Yeah, I would say just follow your plan, man. Follow your plan. Don't get discouraged when things don't go your way. Just follow your plan, stick to the plan, and only the plan that you have. You have to ensure that you have an edge, correct? So once you've ensured that you have an edge, that you're like, okay, 50% of the time I'm winning, 50% of the time I'm losing. So I would say you have an edge when you're breaking even. And this activated me quick as fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit, this is moving. This could be a pump fake, so be very careful here if you're trading the Nasdaq. Yeah, this is going to be my break-even point. Once we re-break that high, we should fly through. That level is a strong resistance there. And that's 10 pips. That's 30 pips for the night, plus 10 on the Nasdaq. Same setup I always take. Cleared 30 pips for the session. Alfredo, I hope you saw that. My brother, if you're watching, you just saw me clear 200 bucks in 14 seconds. 30 pips for the session. And that's going to be my last trade of the night, gang. Asian session starts at 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern to infinity and beyond. So I get on around 7:30, which is pre 8 a.m. for Asians. So normally they wake up at 8, their market opens at 8, but the pre-market is open at 6. So Asians have an opening at 9:30 p.m., but they don't have a time change. So it's technically at 8:30 p.m. So I like to show up at 7 to 7:30 to take advantage of that 8 p.m. close, that 8:30 close, and that 9 and 9:30 close. So I have 4 30-minute closures that usually bring in good volume, and I can take advantage of those closures. And then by 10 p.m., usually I'm getting off the charts. Like right now, I'm gonna let it run for the next 15 minutes. And that's it. And but I'm not taking any more trades. That's 30 pips for the night. Um, just clean price action tonight. You can trade London. So you go to I'll show you real quick. Hold on, let me update my stream record real quick, and then I will give you some information. Some information. So we just broke 300 pips on stream. I'm going to keep the pips up for a little bit longer, and then I'm just going to delete the pips and just keep the win-loss ratio and the break-even to save a little bit of space here. But, so you're going to go to babypips.com. Market hours, and you search up market hours. You go on the little corner thing, and then you can see the Forex market hours here. So what's your question? Do you know when London session? All right, bet. So you go to babypips.com, right? You're gonna hit the little on the tools section, and you're gonna go to Forex market hours, and then this is what you're gonna see. So it's gonna tell you if there's volume or if it's lower volume, right? So right now we have medium volume during this session. So right now we're crossing with the Australian session and the Tokyo session, right? London is closed until 3 a.m. Eastern, and then London opens up at 3 a.m. But all the sessions overlap, right? So New York doesn't overlap with the Asian session, but you have the Tokyo Open right here, and that overlaps with New York. That gives you a little bit of volume, and then you have the Tokyo Open here at 7 p.m. We get some good volume at 8, 8:30. See how we have this little peak here at 8:30 p.m. This little wave, this little peak. So that's why I like to be here early for that. And then you start to die down again till like midnight, and then at midnight itself you start to really pick up. At 1 in the morning you start to get good ass volume. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, it's amazing price action, right? But this is the chart that you really want to take a look at. So right now we're in the yellow medium zone for volume. So the yellow medium zone means these moves are only giving me 10 pips. This push gave me 10 pips and instantly started pulling back. This move here gave me 10 pips, instantly started pulling back. This move here gave me 10 pips, instantly started consolidating, right? So the volume tonight is indicative of the profit that we're making. So because we're in a lower volume session, I'm not looking for 20, 30 pip trades. But in New York, fuck yeah, I'm looking for 20 pip trades. Let's look at last week. Look at this, at 10 in the morning, this push that we got on the rebreak of the high here drove 60 pips, right? Before any pullback on this push here, we drove 20 pips and then started consolidating. But like here, we're just flying through during the major sessions. Look at this, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. These are the candles I want to be in, bro. I want to be in this move. 100 pips in fucking 15 minutes, bro. That's what I want to be in. So that's what I'm targeting. So now that we're coming back down here, I would like to see what we do below this area, right? So we have a if we start to close below here, and then on the 5 minute we start to close below here as well, we can start looking for probably some sells down. You would need some major closures to prove that we're breaking the trend, right? Oh, this huge blue candle is the daily candle. So this is an ICT power of 3 candle. Somebody from ICT made it. I like it because it keeps my daily candle on the screen. I put it blue for bullish and I put it gray for bearish. I don't like to use green and red because it makes me think too much of monetary. So I like the blue and the gray. It keeps it more like structure wise, more candle wise, and less money wise. Red, green, red is bad, green good. You know what I mean? Um, Red means stop, green means go. Like I don't like to relate that to trading. That's why I changed the colors of the candles. But this is the daily candle, right? So these levels right here are areas of volume, and I like to pay attention to them. And that these are the areas I like to trade: the high, the low, and the opening candle, the opening price, right? So you can see here how these coincide with my trades. Right? The trade that I took here earlier off the opening price, there's volume at the opening price. So I'm looking for a setup at the opening price because the opening price, there's a shit ton of volume at this level. The break of the daily low, there's volume. The break of the daily high, there's volume. What do you notice here? Here, the market opened and there was no bottom wick on the daily candle. The market opened here and then started driving down. This was the daily low that was being created. So you see on the rebreak of the daily low, how every time I rebroke it, it just kept coming down until it formed a full wick for the daily candle. we stopped at an area of support, and then we started coming back up. So taking a sell on the rebreak of the low, that's a good entry. Now, when you're coming back to market open, right, and you're starting to create a wick for the daily high, that's when you can take also an entry, because this is an area of volume. That's where I took this entry on the buy up. What do you see here? This is the market entry price. The candle that closed, that opened right at the market open price, is the one that fucking flew. So that's why I like to be in this trade. We didn't have a daily top wick here, right? So the daily top wick that it created was this one right here. So when you look at this candle, the candle had a tiny little top wick here. So on the rebreak of that top wick after forming support here, I know at the daily high, we're going to have some sort of volume, either bullish or bearish. Either we're going to retest the daily high to come down, or we're going to rebreak the daily high to come up. So how do I know which one's which? I take a look to see what we're doing. If we're forming bullish structure on our way up and we're driving in clean traffic, which is right here, we're driving in clean traffic before we hit a resistance, then I know that we're most likely bullish. But if we're rebreaking the high, already tapping a major resistance, that's probably the retest of the high before coming down. So knowing that there's no resistance here, the next resistance was all the way up here, I took the rebreak of the high here, knowing that the push was probably going to take us to the next resistance. So I use these areas as indicators of volume. So I know once we get to the daily open, there's going to be volume. I know once we get to the daily low, there's going to be volume. I know once we get to the daily high, there's going to be volume. So it's my job to see what the candles are printing on its way to these levels to then make a decision on what I want to do. So this open, I've been testing out this theory. When the market opens and we get a gap like this, on the retest of that gap, see, market opened, we gapped up. This was the opening all the way up here. Price then came all the way down, didn't fill the gap, and started forming support. When I say that we retest the gap that we filled, usually we mimic this move that we had here. So if price comes up, so this is usually what happens on the market open. Price, I'm gonna see if I can draw it out. On market open, price leaves a gap, the candle opens up like this. Oh, this is horrible. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I gotta just do some arrows. So gap, market opens, leaving us a gap. When the market comes down to tap this gap again, I wait for support to be formed, and then I take a buy. Why? Because price is likely gonna mimic at least 80% of this move before coming back down to fill the gap. Price doesn't usually fill the gap in the same day. So this is the move that I was looking for here, right? So once we formed support here, I got in on this candle, but the push happened too fast. It with spreads and everything, it got me in too late. So once we had this pullback, I closed because this was the push that I wanted to be in. I wanted to be in off this low and catch this push up. And I was going to go break even after this candle broke the high. So because we drove back down to below my entry 4 pips, I just closed manually because I would have been in drawdown on this trade. So the idea was to catch the push off the bottom, be break even by the time we broke these highs, and then it would have kept pushing to retest this high here. So that's what I've been looking at when the market opens up with a gap. The retest of that gap mimics the initial market open move. Holy fuck, this mosquito, dude. It's like not going away. Life of Looney, you got a meme coin? What if I told you that I wanted to make a meme coin as well? But then my boy told me that what I wanted to do was too difficult, and so I said fuck that. So that's why I took that entry off of market open. Because market open is it's kind of like NYC open. NYC open, you have previous hours of data um, to give you an idea of what's going on, right? So it's a little bit different. Here we've had no data for a day. So this is a little bit less probability, but that's just something I've been looking at. And so far, it's been working at least for 10, 20 pips. So that's a market open entry that I could be looking for. Where do you look for meme coins at? On Pump Fund? You've been open for 2 minutes? All right, gang. I'm gonna give you an I'm gonna give you some a breakdown right here of what's going on. So you see how the market has formed a resistance here, and we've now formed a support here. We have no bottom wick, and we're driving without a bottom wick here. So in order for price to make proper structure, we're gonna need a pullback here. So this is likely gonna pull back, create a bottom wick going below opening price to then continue up. So you might see some drawdown here before you get this push up to fill the wick, unless someone dumps crazy liquidity into the market, pushing this, re-breaking the high, which in that case, you would be looking for something like this for a continuation to the upside. The market cap is 5K. If you even try to short this, you'll probably make like $1. Lunaticclove.com. Let's check out your website, bro. I got 2 minutes left. Damn, I can't put my phone number on there, but that's a fire website, bro. You just got a discount. Nah, I'd rather pay full price. I want to support. The shit sells out, so be there. You heard? Be there or hear about it. That's clean, bro. Check out your Instagram. Ooh, crop top shirts. Oh shit, you send him a shirt, dog? Nice. 17,000. Holy shit, bro. That's what's up, dog. That's dope, bro. Hey, that's a cool place, bro. Is my Instagram on here? Yeah, dog. I'm gonna follow you, bro. I fuck with you. I'll take a look at your coin when I get some money in my soul account. I'll put 20 bucks in there. No, yeah, I feel you. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a. I talked to my boy that can do it. A coin called tilt coin for traders. Like if you're tilting, and the idea was to and put in a lot of money into the coin, get a lot of liquidity into it, get it to grow, and then give away the tokens. Like allocate tokens to different people and do giveaways with the tokens. So instead of rugging it, let the people who win the giveaways and all that shit, let them sell it off and make the money themselves. That would be dope. If the community wants to hold, they can hold. If they want to sell, they can sell. I don't give a shit. So like my boy told me that I wouldn't be able to give out like monetary amount. I would have to allocate coins to people and shit like that. So it was a bit more complicated than the idea that I thought. So yeah, bro, I appreciate you, bro. I followed you. Your account's fire. I like your clothes. So look, we had an hourly closure above all these ranges, right? We had an hourly closure above all of these ranges. The hourly came up without a top wick first. So let's see. This is a very strong resistance right here where price can sell off at. We could just be coming up to create a fucking top wick for this little area here, and then rejecting. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Why isn't this working? Horizontal ray. It's supposed to extend right now? What the hell's going on with my shit? There we go. So we're driving up without a top wick. That's not good. We've closed above all the most recent resistances. We've closed into a new... No, we failed. So we're failing to break through these areas. So buys are sketchy. These are all major areas of resistance. So this is what I like to do, right? I like to go to the past and I start marking up all these levels. If price were bullish, what would it do? Price drove all the way up to this high and then came back all the way back down to this support before driving up. We've wicked into this support before driving up. So, knowing that this is a strong level of support, I would like to see price bounce off of this before continuing up, which it looks like it did, which means the next level that we could bounce off of on our continuation up would probably be here, somewhere around here. So that's why I like to see, all right, what are we doing? Are we closing above and using this level as support? You know, closing back into this range here to use this as support. So if we're closing back above into this range, this would be we would see something like this, right? But instead, we see price rejecting this area and wicking off this area. We want to see this to confirm that we're breaking into this range and we're coming back up to fill this next 60 pip range. So this is an indecision level. We have all these levels of resistances here. So I want to see us break into this range before I make a decision on continuation for buys. Since we have resistance, 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 and price is failing to continue up, we could very well be coming down now and starting to come down again to form something like this before coming back up. So we could be pulling back 60, 70 pips now before continuing back up, which 60, 70 pips would put us like back down here. Yeah, you really want to see the most recent strongest levels because they'll really give you an indication of what price is trying to do. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I caught 30 pips for the session tonight. I'm glad some of you guys took the trade and made some money. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm gonna call it the rest of the night and go hang out with my girl and probably watch a movie. So have a wonderful night, everybody. If you guys use any supplements, use my code EddieLifts. If you guys want to use that Apex discount, I think today's the last day for 90% off. I stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So since yesterday was a holiday, I couldn't stream. So I'm streaming today. And then next week, I'll be streaming Tuesdays and Wednesdays again. Market Mechanic, my boy that I have tagged up there that says first, he trades Mondays and Thursdays. So we split it off half and half during the week. First DVS stream of the year. Yes, sir. And it was a banger. 30 pips. Beautiful price action. See you guys tomorrow, brothers. Nah, bro. I trade New York session Monday through Friday and Sunday. And I trade Asian session Monday through Thursday and Sunday. See ya.